Hello, this is OverlordBou back with the information video, and as you can see from the title, the Scharnhorst 43 has entered the Armory for 85,000 steel. Yep, you heard me right. So, legendary Scharnhorst 43 has now entered the Armory as patch 13.10. So, all you people that have missed out and have not been able to get it, well, you can get this ship for free for a crisp 85,000 coal. Now, plus this ship that has come out is the Sword 43 for 85,000 coal, and the anhalt for about 138,000 coal. So you can get that ship as well. The other ship that was added to the armory as well was the Carl, and that was for 19,000 doubloons. And we'll be looking at the armory later on how to get those ships specifically. And you can also use coupons to be able to reduce the prices for them by about 25%, which is really good, especially for the Scharnhorst 43. So just a little bit of background of the Scharnhorst 43. And all of you guys probably know what the Scharnhorst is. It's like, it was originally the tier 7 brawler for the Germans, but over time it kind of got lackluster, right? Not as good. But then this bad boy came in, right? This thing's got an engine boost. It's pretty much a Scharnhorst with a brawler version of it, right? It's got an engine boost, faster secondaries, and a 45-second reload on the torpedoes instead of the additional 68 seconds. So Scharnhorst isn't really the best at brawling, and this just comes as like, oh yeah, I'm your brawler. This is what people wanted you to be. This thing is so much fun to play. Currently in World of Warships, it's so much fun to play. I love playing this thing. You just go in, you have a secondary build, just balling. You just go in, yell the enemy, have fun, spam an AP, AHE at your enemies. It doesn't matter. You're gonna do a lot of damage. Excuse me, I'm still getting over COVID, so yeah, that's fun. But no, as of recently, the coal ships that are definitely worth to get, the Scharnhorst 43 is definitely one of the best ships to get currently. That was just recently added. I didn't think that they would add this ship back into the game for coal, because they really never announced it. They were like, oh yeah, here's the event where you can get it for free, and then they kind of just left it on the burner, never really telling us any information when this ship would come out. And yeah, here we go. They got us the ship, so super happy with that. So super grateful for World of Warships for doing that. So all of you guys have your chance to get this beautiful ship, as well as getting the Sword 43 and the anhalt. But I wouldn't really recommend the Sword 43. Like, yeah, the Sword 43 does have a quote-unquote super heal, which heals about almost 3,000 health, which is really good for a tier 7. But the thing is, its guns are really poor, not the best, plus the fact that dwarfs are kind of lackluster in their damage. They are 10 kilometers, but they're definitely not the best. So I wouldn't really recommend the Sword 43, right? You can just play the Jarvis. The Jarvis, the tier 7 British destroyer, does a way better job at the tier than the Sword 43, so would recommend that ship over the Sword 43. But again, it is for coal, so you can get it that way. But, you know, it's up to you guys in that one. The anhalt, I wouldn't recommend the anhalt. The anhalt, like, you can get the, like, for coal, you can just get the Pommern. It's a lot more fun to play, tier 9. At tier 8, the anhalt's guns are just really mediocre. And the torpedoes are nice, but it just doesn't come up as shortcomings for the ship, right? So I wouldn't really recommend the anhalt, and I wouldn't really recommend the Sword 43, but the Scharnhorst 43, highly recommend it. Just so much fun at just brawling, Wing in, just what you expect of a fun tier 7 battleship, right? Just, that's all you ask for. Being able to brawl, build a tank, being able to be maneuverable, having hard-hitting AP and HE, accurate secondaries, great torpedoes. overall just fantastic. Now, if you get up tiered though, or dealing with tier 8 aircraft carriers, then yeah, you're not gonna have a fun time. With submarines, it can still be rough. You do have 2 ASW strikes, which are really nice for sure, but you can at least outrun the submarines. You can outrun the submarines at tier 6. So I guess, so if you're doing the tier 6 submarines, you can outrun them with this ship. But if you're doing with a tier 8 submarine, you'll have a little bit more of a problem for sure. But just a little bit, just a little bit. But no, as of right now, the Scharnhorst 43 is definitely a top tier 7 battleship to pick. The only other one that like I would say is like really good that's like next to it is the Renowned 44. That thing, oh my god, it is so much fun to play. I wish the Renowned 44 was on sale or for coal. I would recommend that just as much as the Scharnhorst 43. Like, oh man, it would be so much fun to play. Amazing, amazingly fun. But no, I would highly recommend you guys get the Scharnhorst 43. So much fun. Also, if you guys have any opinions on what you think of this current Black Friday event, definitely let me know, as well as the Star Trek event. The Star Trek event has been a lot of fun, but overall, I would say the equipment stuff is a little bit overly complicated. And the fact that they locked some of the upgrades down to, you can only get it after like the next stage of the operation happens, so you can't just fully upgrade or get most of the upgrades by just playing, is kind of annoying. The first stage, like the first equipments of the ships are locked behind like a weaker or 2-week period of where the next stage of the operation happens. It's kind of annoying because it's really hard. I've had bugs with that Star Trek operation where it just infinitely spawns enemies, as in there's like over 40 enemies on the map, right? So normally it's a max of like 12 or maybe 15, but no. It's like a max of like 40. I've seen 40 or 50 enemies spawn. It was insane. It was so much enemies on the map that the game actually was breaking. The server couldn't handle it, and the ping was going everywhere because of it. It was insane. I wish that it was on my stream. I should highlight that and post that somewhere as a bug, because it was crazy seeing it. It was hilarious. Like, I was just freaking out at how many enemies there were. Of course, we didn't win that operation because of the fact that there was like 50 enemies, and yeah, we couldn't kill them all. But anyway, I got a little bit sidetracked, my apologies. But the Scharnhorst 43, a really fun battleship, a great crew chainer, great credit farmer. This is a really good ship for someone that enjoys the lower tier gameplay, enjoys brawling, and you're planning on going up the German tech tree. Overall, just highly recommend this ship. It's amazing. It's so much fun. Just pure, so many positives with very few negatives, which is very like, it's kind of rare to see that in a lower tier ship, but highly recommend it. Tier set, like, a lot of people enjoy playing the tier 7s or tier 6s or tier 8s, right before they have to deal with the tier 10s. So for me, the tier 7s, like, this is like, it's like that little sweet spot area where if you're at tier 7, it's a lot of fun. Tier 8 is okay, but then you deal with tier 9, it's like, oh my god, you're just dying. But a lot of the time you're in that sweet spot of tier 7, pure tier 7 matchmaking, and it's just so bliss. It's so much fun. And this thing just walks all over tier 7 matchmaking. It just is so much fun. But yeah, almost every single match I play this ship, it's just top of the team. This thing just destroys so much enemies. It's just, you walk all over it. It's hilarious at how strong of a ship this is and just how much fun it is. Now, I will say I didn't play the best in this match. I could have done way better. It's not perfect, but even though I didn't play perfect, I was still top of the team. I still performed really good, had a very high base XP for a tier 7, really good damage. Overall, still a very strong match, even though, you know, I died, you know. I was so close to living. I was so close. So close. But anyway, I'm gonna switch it over to the Armory so you guys can take a look at how to obtain the Scharnhorst in the Armory, so you guys can take a look at that. And if you guys have any questions or concerns, just let me know in the comments. All right, so I just want to show you guys how to get it in the port. So as you can see, this is the Scharnhorst 43. All you have to do is go into the Armory, and once you go to Armory, you click on ships, and you go to coal, and you click on this little button here for tier 7, and you can see the Scharnhorst 43 for 85,000 coal. You can also buy it as well for doubloons if you like, but of course I'd recommend getting it for coal since it's 85,000. You can also use the 25% off coupon as well. With that coupon, it will bring you a total of 63,750 coal for this ship. Highly recommend that you get this ship with that coupon. It's a lot of fun to play. Highly recommend it. Now, you may be saying you want the Sword 43. Not really. The Blazewiska is way better of a tier 7 destroyer over it, so I don't really... The Sword 43 isn't worth it. Also, with this release of the Scharnhorst, the Sword 43, there is also the tier 8 anhalt was added as well. The anhalt I do not recommend... Sorry, the anhalt. I do not recommend this ship at all. It's a terrible tier 8 battleship. Not really worth it at all for the coal. If you really want to get one, sure, but you can just get the tier 9 Pommern, which is a little bit more. You can get that instead if you want a tier 9. If you want a good brawling battleship for tier 9, and just get the Pommern instead. The anhalt isn't really worth it. Now, they did also add with the sword, the Scharnhorst 43, and the anhalt, they also added the Carl. Now, the Carl, you can only get it with doubloons. Now, you can use a coupon for 25% off. You are able to use that. So, you are able to use it to get a coupon on the Carl. I would highly recommend getting this ship. It's a lot of fun. Great torpedoes, good guns. Good secondaries, great concealment. This ship overall is a very strong tier 9, a lot of fun to play. So if you're looking for a fun tier 9 battleship that's in the Armory that's just recently added, then the Carl is a lot of fun to get. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know in the comments down below. And this is OverlordBou, and I'll talk to y'all later.